6 points. That is the point spread between first and fifth place in La Liga. We're in the mix with just over half the season played. Yellow cards are starting to add up, of course. It wouldn't be a high-end save, or it wouldn't be an FM20 save if yellow cards weren't adding up in one form or another. But we're on a roll, having won some silverware in the one championship the team cares absolutely nothing about. My name's FM20, and it's time to get real. And this is what I'm talking about here. Betis is on top with 53 points. Barcelona is a game behind with 52. We have 49, but we have a game in hand. We have Celta Vigo at 48, Real Madrid at 47, and then a drop-off between Real Madrid and Atletico. How did we get here? Well, it was a fairly quiet January, all things considered. What did we last play? Porto and Atletico Madrid. We lost to Sevilla 2-0. This seems to be par for the course. Sevilla was near the bottom of the league when this happened, and they just absolutely thumped us. We had more shots, we had more on target, we had a slight possession advantage, but we had a subpar game from almost everybody. I think 6-8s were the highest that we had on the squad. And a team like Sevilla, which turns in a performance like this, took two late Michael Moraz goals for them to win, but still, any team can beat us when we're playing this poorly. We then drew with Barcelona 3-3, had a little help here, a 91st minute penalty kick after Nigel Goodwin missed a penalty kick in the 56th minute. It was a close game. Lautaro Velasquez scored in the 28th minute, then Roberto got us on the board in the 57th minute after Paul Aguado put Barcelona up 2-0. Nigel Goodwin scored, putting them up 3-1. Roberto scored in the 69th minute, and then he had the penalty kick in the 91st minute. Barcelona had a ton of shots. They had a bunch on target, but they didn't have the possession advantage, and they weren't. They were this game what we were last game. They were merely average, and we had enough players turn in enough solid performances that we were able to get ahead. The penalty was squiffy. I'll give them that, but still, it's a penalty kick. He could have missed it, but he didn't. We then, in the Supercopa, we beat Real Madrid 2-1 in extra time, and then we beat Barcelona in the final 2-2 on penalty kicks. We won the Supercopa again, and really, the board doesn't care about the Supercopa. I don't know anybody who really cares about the Supercopa, at least in this save. Every time I go to the board, the board expectations. Supercopa, not important. But we won it, and it's silverware in the trophy case, so it counts for something. Against Villarreal, we beat them 2-0 thanks to a brace of Robert Maria goals. Against Logroñés in our Copa del Rey third round match, Roberto a brace of goals, Maria a brace of goals, one of which came in the 43rd minute. We absolutely dominated in this game. 24 shots, 13 on target, huge possession advantage. And then against Celta Vigo, we shut them out 5-0. Grasmov a goal, Uche a goal, Roberto a goal, Maria a goal, and Augusto a penalty kick in the 90th minute. Transfer window was kind of quiet, all things considered. For as much noise has been made about coaches coming to our games and watching players, hoping to make a move, I suspect they'd be waiting until the summer transfer window. We did have a few moves, though, as I'm clicking the wrong thing here. A couple of players coming in. On the outs, Salif Diop, Gianluca Seca, and Santi Santos all went out on loan. I take that back. Salif Diop, we sold to Elche for 750,000 euros. 1.5-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. Has a potential to be something, but he's lacking in just enough areas at the moment for me to think he wouldn't get it here. At one point in time, I thought about making him advanced midfield on the right. He definitely has most of the attributes for that. I suspect that's where he would be very, very good. So, on the ends, just a couple of moves, really. First up, Artem Korkin, who was at Man City. He has had quite the history. He was at Shakhtar, went to Atletico for 38. Man City bought him for 56, and he really hasn't done anything. We got him for 21. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. really good center back. I needed some depth there just because of injuries, and more than anything else, I sent a couple players out on loan because they were going to get more first-team playing time on loan than they were here. Artem's here on a backup contract. He's happy with that. He's solid across the board. I mean, when a 5 Flair is your lowest attribute to worry about, you're doing fairly solid there. But physically, he is good. Mentally, he is very good where it counts. Technically, he's not too bad. 14 marking, 14 tackling, 12 technique, 14 heading to go with a 15 jumping reach. He's 6'1", 176 pounds, level-headed, resolute, and for 21 million euros, a good bargain for us. And then a youngster I've had my eyes on for a while, Tanho from Cruzeiro. 18 years old, my scout found him when he was 16, attacking midfielder and midfielder, plays a really good deep-line playmaker. If the save was continuing after this season, he's the heir apparent to Oosterley and or Augusto in the midfield. He's not the best physically at the moment, but he's solid. Technically, he's very good where it counts. 17 decision-making, 17 vision, 16 work rate. The 15 determination is also very nice. 15 first touch, 15 passing, 15 technique. The 9 crossing is a little bit on the low side, but he's 18 years old. He will get a ton of playing time here. I brought him in, and if I go back a page, he had like 13 teams from all over offering to bring him in on loan and pay money and all sorts of stuff. But no, he's going to be part of the midfield rotation going forward. So I think we're just going to play the one game today. It's going to be Getafe in the Copa del Rey 4th round. And then depending how long that game goes, if it goes by fairly quick, as they have seem to have gone in the past, and somehow my camera got bumped up again. What the heck gives? Yeah, oh well. We might play our 5th round match. It should be after the Ibar game, but we'll have to wait and see. But what we are going to do is set up our best available 11, check the reserves, and come back with our Copa del Rey 4th round match against Getafe in just a bit. Pereira is still out for another 2 weeks or so. Tanho is on international duty of all things. He's playing on the under-19 squad for Brazil? I don't know, I'll have to take a look at that. Cruzeiro is Brazil, but that doesn't mean much. Rui Patricio, 4-3-3. Fun. Damian Jan is just coming off a slight injury. That's why he's not exactly 100% match fit, but he should do a decent enough job for us. Getafe's fallen there in La Liga 2, and they just had an injury to Bonero. Kerma on the throw-in. Thunison, who's filled in admirably for Pereira. Ball's knocked away. Kerma can't handle it. Bilbao has it up to Avinia, and the 14 ran away from him. Why would you do that? Uche. Penalty, of course. Come on, Bates. No, he guessed right, but the ball was too quick. 4-2-2-2 DM. That is an interesting formation. Canales' second goal of the season. Kerma to Thunison. Back to Kerma. To Oosterley. Out to Jan. Brings it into the box. Crosses it in. Roberto's there. Over the crossbar. We're expected to do well in the Copa del Rey. And I said that out loud. And of course, Getafe's already 1 goal ahead. Jan took an injury. We'll get him off at the half here. Augusto to Jan. Bounces it off a Getafe player. Augusto gets away. Gets it to Oosterley. Back to Jan. Sends it in. Knocked away. Barbosa to Oosterley. Out to Gerasimov. Can he stop it? He can. He crosses it in. Knocked away, but Oosterley recovers. Augusto to Oosterley. Back to Augusto. Gerasimov gets by the defender, kind of, sort of, and it bounces off Canales and goes in for the goal. That was fortuitous, we shall say. That was a good break for us. Right before the half. Gerasimov tried for the tight angle. Looks like it hit the post, hit Canales in the back, and went in. And the Getafe keeper just couldn't react fast enough. Sometimes you need a little luck. I will take it. 1-1 And we have 9 shots, 3 on target. We're doing a little bit better stats-wise than Getafe is, but doesn't mean a lot. I got to tell these players to calm the frick down. We had a run of games there where we did not have a lot of yellow cards. I suspect the game noticed and said, hey, you need more yellow cards. We're going to bring Gerasimov back and bring on Kleber. Augusto to Roberto. Back to Augusto. Oosterly gets it in. Gerasimov on the right side. Centers it in. Knocked away. Rodriguez gets it up to Bilbao. Challenged. Gets the ball away. Avina turns right. Back to Canals. He knocks it up to Stefanelli in the corner of the box. Driving forward and right at Bates. Augusto with the corner kick. Uche off the post. Perez up to Rodriguez. Gets by Gerasimov, but he doesn't get by Oosterly. However, the ball goes back and forth, ends up at Ramirez's foot. He gets it to Stefanelli, back to Ray. Maria stepped in front of that pass, gives it to Roberto. He holds it up, centers it to Augusto. Back out to Kerma on the left. He skirts by the defender, passes it up to Roberto. On the baseline, Kerma sends it in, knocked away in the crowd. Augusto couldn't get to it. Avina gets the ball from Bilbao. Again, the 14's running away from him. And right at Bates. That is a definite match engine thing. I'm not the only person who's noticed that. Bates with the ball. Rolls it out to Oosterly, to Kleber. He's got help. Is he going to use it? He gets it to Maria on the right side. Maria gets it back to Kleber, takes the shot. Maria's there, off Canals and in again. But it's disallowed because Maria was offsides. Everybody's having a subpar game except Augusto. We're going to have to get Kerma off if this goes to extra time. Alvarez sends it up into the crowd. Uche heads it, but it goes right to Ramirez. Over to Rojas. Back to Ramirez. To Rojas. Up towards Dominguez. He knocks it down, but it goes right to Uche. He gets it to Augusto. Drives forward. Crosses the midfield. Gets it to Roberto, who's surrounded by a bunch of Getafe players. Takes a shot. Alvarez lost the handle on it, but picked it back up. I'm going to bring Kerma off and bring on Tasevsky. Augusto, corner kick. Ray knocks it away, but Oosterly's going to run it down. Gets it to Roberto. He turns and drops it off to Oosterly. Uche, top of the box. Roberto, just wide left. Both Augusto and Gerasimov are exhausted, but I don't know that I have anybody to replace him. Barbosa in the box, loses it. Avina's up there all by himself, one-on-one with Bates. What the heck happened there? You are freaking kidding me. Nobody was back there covering Avina. I don't want to see this. I'm going to bring Veerman on for Augusto. Well, this is interesting. They're making the substitution now. Okay. We've absolutely dominated them stats-wise. 34 shots, 11 on target, 3 woodwork hits, 5 half chances, 1 clear-cut chance. Alvarez kicks it forward to Avina. He drops it off to Ramirez. Barbosa dispossesses him, but Ramirez stops it from going out of bounds as Barbosa runs away. Ray to Torres. Crosses it in. Dominguez is there, but Bates picks it up. I switch to the very attacking because, frankly, we need to score. Veerman almost loses the ball. Gets it to Roberto, loses it. Roberto again. Alvarez. A very nice save. We're out of the Copa Del Rey. Son of a gun. Unreal. Bear out for 4 to 6 days. Jan's only out for a couple of days. Yeah, you better believe I slammed the team. Transfer window's closing tomorrow. I don't believe we're going to have any other offers. Diego is the guy from FC Andorra who is very, very good. I had him on my shortlist for a while. For some reason, I stopped scouting him, but he's got potential. 17 determination, 17 flair. Had a really good season for him 2 seasons ago, and it's kind of fallen off. I think maybe kind of everybody figured out what he was doing, but I don't know that he's developed as well as he could have. He's 20 years old now. He's still got a couple of years left, but one of those guys I'd keep an eye on. Yeah, he's got 5-star potential. Wilson Gonsalves. You know what? We'll check him out. Of course, he's a midfielder. Why wouldn't he be a midfielder? So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Uche and Bar. Oh, hey, my 2 defensive center backs. There's a reason we got Artem. That is the main reason. We're going to come back for Arsenal in the Champions League first knockout round. Probably Arsenal-Valencia. And then, well, you know what? We're gonna spread it out a little bit. It's gonna be Real Zaragoza, Arsenal, and then we'll come back and do Barcelona, Arsenal. See if there's anybody on Arsenal I recognize. Pep. I recognize Pep. Juninho. I've seen that name before. I think maybe because I scouted him at one point in time. Gerbert Gerritsen I recognize. Yeah, they've got a good squad. They've got a really good squad. So that, you know what? What did the board expect us to do in the Copa del Rey? Reach the final, minimum. Jeebus. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back. Yeah, we're gonna come back for Zaragoza and Arsenal. A really quiet transfer window. Not the best game against Getafe. Hopefully this isn't where the season turns and we crash and burn. We have a very good chance of finishing in first place still. It's Champions League or bust this season. For some reason, this keeps resetting itself. We're doing well. I mean, Roberto has 25 goals, Augusto 7.79, and 13 assists. Roberto has 9 players of the match. 43 yellow cards are second highest, but we have more points in yellow cards. For the moment, I'm happy. Our offense is great. Our defense is solid. But for some reason, we are just not clicking on all cylinders, and I wish I knew why. If you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments below. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM20, and I thank you for